Hello, guys. Welcome back. The last 2 days of my life have been fun, fun, fun. Let's just say I have a masculine deity interfering. They're log jamming everything. Everything I'm trying to do, they're stopping it. And I don't want to play my god is stronger than yours, but I guess they all have an ability to do it if they so choose to. What the politics is behind that, I have no idea. And I kept thinking it was the old man. I kept trying to enter in negotiations with the old man. I'm like, what the hell does he want? He's not letting up. I'm trying to give him everything he wants. He doesn't want any of this stuff that I'm offering him. And finally, I looked again today, and it looked like something like I had walked away from all my cups of plenty. That everything was going great, and then I walked away, so it's my fault. And I'm like, what the hell? Who's this coming from? This is the problem with working with more than one god. And I said, "Who is my god?" You know. And the thing was, after my 4 card draw, had I drawn the fifth one, I would have got the Hanged Man. But I shuffled them. I said, "Who's my one true god?" Now, I don't believe you have to have one true god, but you know what I mean. The main deity it would be most beneficial for you to work with. I got this lovely gentleman who just looks like he got the holy hell beat out of him, but he's ready for a fight. And I go online, I look it up, and it's about adversities and tests, and find your cheerleaders, and you're going to be okay. But yes, you're going through a testing period. And the moment I go on to look this up, the phone rings, and it's a no. And like God is not announcing who they are, but they have demonstrated that this is what they're using to represent themselves. And when I finally find out who it is, they're going to say something, it's not going to be the wands, it's not going to be the man holding it, it's not going to be the number, it's going to be like there's a squiggle far off in the background, and that squiggle that human eyes can't see is what I should have seen in God. That's how God's always worked, just so you know. And it feels like they're just jamming everyone else. They're especially jamming the Norse gods, which is interesting because I've never seen anybody jam them up before, but they're especially jamming up the Norse gods. And I have felt Asmodeus a little bit around it, and Asmodeus is trying to get me back on my feet. And I said, "What the hell is going on?" He's like, "I don't really know." And I said, "Well, it feels like I am stuck in a rut. If I try to move on and try not to work with the Norse gods, they'll only come back into my life, and the cycle keeps repeating itself. And when I give in, nothing happens. When I finally go, okay, fine, I'll do what you want, nothing happens." I do know I laid it all out for the old man yesterday, and he's beyond pissed with me. There are certain ways to insult gods, and I seem to know all of them. Naturally by nature, I seem to have the ability to piss off the gods. And I said I have a lack of faith in them. I really do. I said I have a lack of faith in you, and I have all these other issues, and we went through everything, right? Oh, that was not the right thing to say. And the other Norse gods too are like a bit affronted, like you should know us by now. And I'm like, I'm sorry. That's why I like having multiple pantheons, because if somebody's exploding in the hangar at the moment, I can just say, okay, I'm going over here. You all seem to be having something today. I'm go over here. And I don't know who it would be. Ganesh just popped into my head for some reason, but I don't think Ganesh would, come down and jam stuff, especially if it's something important you're working towards. So I don't know who it is, but I have a male deity coming down and absolutely jamming and frustrating the old man, which is interesting to watch, and absolutely jamming and frustrating everyone else. Loki seems to be able to walk around stuff just fine, but if there's a god better at spotting magic and walking around it, maybe Lou would be the only one I can think of. I get back here, but he seems to know who it is, and he's not telling me. He's enjoying this. He's just kind of sitting back here with his arms folded. It's like you can feel him sitting on the counter, bouncing his heels off the counter, going, and he knows who it is. And I said, somebody is jamming all the gods for like the last week or so. Like the last week, I've been like really run down. I said, I feel like I'm cutting off from my power base, and I even like made a lunch with Loki today. We made spaghetti. don't get excited. We made ramen noodles and we had spaghetti sauce left over from the breadsticks, so we threw that on and we cut up some of that, that bulk summer sausage you get that's probably sawdust and the hopes and dreams of countless people. That stuff. So, but it was really good. I'm getting laughter, Becker. You know what I mean? You're like, I'm not even sure if this is meat, but we made that, and it's like someone has cut me off from my power base. It's a god, masculine, and that's all I can give you guys. I don't think it's someone I've worked with often. The energy feels like I should really know it, but I don't, and that's the frustrating things. So go ahead, put your thoughts below. Who the hell is this god? Because I have no idea. It doesn't feel like demon energy. Not that I've worked with all of them, but it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like Jehovah or Yahweh coming in. It's someone that's absolutely jamming all the other gods and stopping them. And I feel like that's my answer. Someone who can like stop time or stop activity or stop forward movement or something. Everything's absolutely jammed and stuck, and I'm relatively free to move, which I've realized just now talking to you guys. I can move backwards and forwards and everything. It's all the gods that are being jammed up, and I'm not sure who would be doing that. So, usually you guys are usually pretty good at spotting who the deity is. Again, just this. That's all I have to go on, and that number coming up the exact moment I was looking it up and saying unknown. So the male deity doesn't want me to know who they are without me researching, so I'm willing to do that. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. I am sorry we didn't get some games up for you, but it's that male deity that's coming through is jamming up my electronics as well. Poor Loki got hell, and he's like, it really isn't me every single time, And games either aren't playing, which it happens. It happens. Everything is not divinity messing with you, but it's too many too often. Like games aren't playing or something's glitching out. Now, again, you do have to walk a fine line as a witch. Is it something mundane or is it something magical? But it all feels like it's tying together in this pattern, and me being tired and drained of energy and feeling cut off from my source. I don't know, guys. It feels like another god has entered the arena. It feels like an internal battle around here for some reason. So, if you got any thoughts, put them below. And if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. I am really, again, sorry we haven't been getting games to you, but it's been the batch of games that got on the summer sale. There's a reason Hogs go on sale for 45 cents. I've been having to use administrative powers to run them, and I've been kind of excited about whether my computer's still going to work. So when we find something, if we find something, I'm sure we will bring something to you, something that runs normally, hopefully. So we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.